So the question the other day was, should I be advertising my DJ service to get more wedding gigs? Hi, it's Bill. This is Creative License on My Little Dog and Pony Show, the weekly moments of my own opinions on all things wedding, DJ, entertainer. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks to my sponsors, Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, Disc Jockey News, promo only, and of course my workshop, The Entertainment Experience. Go to entertainment-experience.com if you want to know more about any upcoming workshops that I have available. So should you advertise? Well, advertising is important. How you advertise is even more important. And depending on what you're trying to do, advertising in things like The Knot or Wedding Wire, or working on your SEO, or paying for Google ads or Facebook ads or Instagram or TikTok, those are all places that you can get your name out. And those are places that can work for you. Also, word of mouth and direct mailing and things like that work as well, too. Here's the problem with that question. Usually the guy wants to know, should I advertise on The Knot? I'm like, yeah, The Knot's a good place to advertise, Wedding Wire, those places. So they go and do it. And then they come back later and say, it didn't work, man. Nothing happened. I didn't get anything. Well, usually that means you spent a lot of money on The Knot or Wedding Wire or any one of those places, and then you did not follow up. It's very much like doing bridal shows. People could do bridal shows thinking they're going to sell a lot of shows and sell a lot of stuff right there at the bridal show. And the truth is that the power of The Knot and Wedding Wire and bridal shows and all these things is following up on the leads afterwards. Being sure that you check on what you're doing, whether it works, reaching out to those lists that you get when you're a part of those organizations. You don't always get a list. You may have to pay extra, but it's that follow-up. It's that getting back to those clients immediately. It's that staying on top of them and getting the time necessary to do the sale. Because just because you put your name out there doesn't necessarily mean they click on your website and click buy. Nobody does that for anything on their weddings. They want to see the thing. If they want linens, they go and see the linens, right? If they want chairs, they go and see the chairs. They want flowers, they go touch to the florist and touch the flowers and smell the flowers. With DJs, we expect for some reason that just because we spent $5,000 for the year on an ad in a wedding magazine, that we are regularly going to get calls, and those people, just because they saw it, are going to click on a thing and buy. Hey, are you available? Thanks, I want to hire you. Does that happen for you now? For the people that call you because they heard about you, does that happen for you now? When people call you up because they saw you in an event, do they just hire you over the phone? Normally that does not happen. At least it doesn't happen for me. And I like to think I'm pretty good at what I do. So it takes the time to have to follow up. I spent a lot of time doing direct mail to those people that have seen me before, worked with me before, the clients, the vendors, anyone who has asked for a business card. I have a list of people that I send actual mail to, not emails. I don't do emails. You know why? Because I don't open emails. If I don't open emails, then who is opening my email, right? So I send them mail. I send them notes. I say, hi, how are you doing? Or happy birthday, or Merry Christmas, or I hope you're having a great Halloween, and keeping my name out there on a regular basis. And then when they call me, I have to follow up. Even as good as what I do works for me, I have to follow up. I have to do the groundwork that is expected after I spend the initial investment. So, should you advertise at The Knot? Yeah, but then do the work. The Wedding Wire? Yes, but then do the work. Google ads, Facebook, do whatever's going to get people in the door, but then do the work to talk to the people that come through the door. Because if you don't, you might as well send me your money. And then I'll just call you up and say, thanks for the money. Good luck. Because that's kind of what you're doing if you're not doing the follow-up. What do you think? What works for you? Write down some stuff below. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you next week on Creative License. Bye.